I was in senior in high school, and I was waiting for my friend Barbara, and we were going in Dallas. We were going downtown, library or somewhere, and he came in with his friend Bo, and Bo was Barbara's boyfriend. And I said, "Are you here to pick up Barbara?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, I'm going to go on downtown then." And he said, wait, what are you talking about?" And I said, "We're going downtown." And he said, "Well, I'll take you." He had a one-seated car, and I sat on his lap, and I made a very good impression.
A really, really neat way to meet somebody. The problem is I had a date coming in because I was a Texas Aggie, and we left a day early to go to a corps trip in Dallas. We were playing SMU. And I had a date coming up from Galveston the next day, but I didn't have anything to do that night. So I asked her out that night.
But there was a song that had just come out called "If You Got the Money, Honey, I Got the Time." And he asked me something, would I do something? And I said, "If you got the money, honey, I got the time." And he looked at me.
And I wondered, who am I dating?
So we had a lot of fun with that one. I don't guess I've ever had any trouble communicating. You know, I just don't. And I guess he responded, and he was always there for me.
Well, for example, when the kids were young, Lola would say, "Well, let's invite so-and-so over for an evening." And I'd think about it for a little while, and I'd say, "What in the world can I say to him?" You know? And since she has never seen a stranger, it's no problem for her. And being around her has kind of drawn me out, and I feel like now that I'm pretty much the same way. I love people and like to be around them, like to help kids find their first house and that kind of stuff. The most important thing is to try and keep a really close relationship with whoever you're married to, and it's going to take some work to do that. It's when things go wrong, there's not always an easy solution. You have to just sit down and kind of talk through it and see if there's a way to solve the problem.
I think that's important too, is talking, and not just sitting there and brewing and stewing over it and blaming the other one. You've got to talk it out and find out why they were feeling and doing the things they were doing, and you too. But I think the communication has to be there, because if there's no communication, you're not going to be able to work through anything. I guess the one that can communicate better just has to accept it and realize this is okay for right now, and I can handle it. And I think maybe that would be the best way. I don't know.
I would sure recommend, if you can't work it out just between the two of you, I'd recommend some kind of counseling, because you know there's other people from a third party's perspective can see things a lot differently. You may think that you're totally right. The other person may think they're totally right, and neither one of them may be right. And a third party stepping in and saying, "Hey guys, let's look at this a little bit more objectively."
We really have a firm belief in God and His teachings, and we both went by those. And it tells you how to act. And I think
that's true.
I think that this bond has been the most wonderful part, and caring about each other and others, you know.